You know what this about? Yeah. Cause you know what I'm about, nigga. What up, BLS? Black love
Right on time, too.
You niggas just now getting off the porch. I've been in the mix since 1994. 45 caliber extendo. Now who's that peeking through my window? I guess you niggas got the wrong info. Fucking with me, you better know what you in for. I will catch a nigga slipping, make his family think you missing. Have him kicking out that ransom for the kinfo. Pull up on the block in the bad motherfucker wearing all my ice. Won't let a nigga touch you. I don't fuck with suckers when I see him, I duck 'em. They say the fans watch still yelling out fuck 'em. I only fear God, I ain't worried about nothing. From the cradle to the grave, motherfucker, I'm thugging. Think a bitch down till she yelling I'm coming. Then I'm down with the wind, gotta get back to the money, this is it. I swear to God, this is it. You little niggas.
What's up?
Man.
It's Any and Everything podcast by two kings. That's King Perez.
That's King DJ.
Before we get started, make sure y'all add our YouTube channel, Any and Everything podcast by two kings. Add our Facebook page, Any and Everything podcast by two kings. Then follow us on Instagram, Any and Everything podcast, Any and Everything by two kings. My bad, Any and Everything by two kings. Make sure y'all link up and bump up into us. Glad everybody chiming in. Make sure y'all share. We want to get our views up. We think we doing pretty good. Our last episode had over 1,500 views.
Dope.
Yeah.
Trying to beat that out the box.
Right. We want to
Dope.
advance every session. We want to advance every session. We want to do better than what we did the last session. Good show today. A lot of people been asking me who was that on our intro, and we snatched him up. We kidnapped him today.
We run the intro.
We
run the intro.
Right. This right here, my guy, Perez guy, another brother from another mother, Big Gov.
For sure. What's happening?
We just want to get into a lot of conversation, bro. A lot of people been asking.
I'm here, bro.
A lot of people been asking who you are, man.
I'm here, bro. Let's go.
A lot of people been asking, bro.
You know, that's one of my favorite Big Gov tracks. Though, you know, that's the one that broke me in. So you know, that's the one
That's the one right there.
That's the one. That's the one that did it for me.
Okay. That's what's happening.
We
Appreciate it.
Ooh, hey, this guy got so many tracks,
Man.
that he talking about. That's the one. The intro is what put him. Man, he got a track. What's the track about your mama?
There's a couple of them. I got
The one that I like. The one that me you had.
No signs of weakness. No
That
signs
one,
of
boy.
weakness. Yeah.
We gotta play that before the night is out. Before this
Yeah.
session is over, we gotta play. We just want to have some conversation right now, man.
Let's go with it, man.
We had a
Whatever y'all
rapper
wanna
on.
do.
We had a rapper on the what was it, like episode 3?
Yeah.
We had a rapper
Okay.
on episode 3. His name Jay Mula. Shout out to Jay Mula.
Okay.
He
What's
did
happening?
real good. And the first thing I asked him is the first thing I want to ask you.
Let's go.
What made you fall in love with hip hop?
What made me fall in love with hip hop was just around me. Like my whole family is like musically inclined. Like my father was a singer, you know what I'm saying, and then all my cousins, they had rap groups in the early '80s. So I was just always around it, and it was just something that I wanted to be a part of. I thought it was cool, you know, to be able to put words together in a rhythm.
Man.
And I just went on and ran with it.
That's
you know, at
a
an
gift.
early age. Like I recorded my first song when I was 5 years old. That was '85.
You
Yeah,
recorded?
recorded my first full professional record at in
Wow.
1985. I was
That's
5 years
dope.
old.
And I think that's the one of the pics I seen.
Yeah.
It's like.
Yeah.
Like,
See, you saw the picture of me performing at my cousin's wedding reception.
Okay.
At what
You know what I'm
age?
saying? I was 7 years old.
Swear to God.
1987, yeah, bro. I got the picture and
I could
everything.
tell it was him by the
Yeah.
ears. I was like, that's good.
Tuck my shit in.
Hey, make sure you post that picture because everybody want to
Oh
know
yeah,
what
I'm
we
gonna
talk about.
post the
Make
picture.
sure you post it
Yeah.
on there, man.
Definitely.
That's
You
dope,
know,
bro.
that just gave
Yeah.
me history because that let me know, like, you know, this, you know, you look at some artists, you know, and how far they go back with their love of music and their
Yeah.
inspiration.
Yeah.
And, you know, you got, you know, some cats that say, well, you know, I've been messing around with a few years, but,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
it's different when you know, go back from day one. This
Yeah,
is
yeah.
what I,
No,
I
bro,
knew
like-
what I wanted to do.
Like this the thing, right? Like music, like I said, it's always been in my background. And my father and his group was like the second group after the Dramatics to be signed to a major label from Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Like if you go back to the Temptations was signed to Motown. Motown was still looked at as an independent label. You know what I'm saying? Back then, it didn't come to years later on down the line where Motown became a major.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? But my pops and them, they had been signed to like Elektra Records. You know what I'm saying? And then he bounced from them to he started singing with the Temptations. So the music has always been there, but I just took it and went to another level with it. That's all. Because my father, you can't sit him in front of no keyboard. You can't sit him in front of no drums. So I play instruments as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I took it to another level.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah.
Since the age of 5.
5 years old, bro.
That's
Shit.
amazing.
I just turned 40. Just turned 40 on Monday.
What Jay-Z say, 40 the new 20. 20 the new 40. So you looking good, bro. I will
appreciate
say that.
it, man.
I mean, so what you got going on tonight?
Well, tonight, man, I'm celebrating my 40th, man, but I'm performing at thank you, bro. I'm performing at this spot called Sanctuary out in Hamtramck tonight, man. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get a bunch of my people to come out, man, and support the movement tonight. It's gonna be dope, man. I got a nice little show set up, you know what I'm saying?
So if y'all ain't doing nothing tonight, come down to the Sanctuary, support my man. 40th birthday. I'll be in the building.
Yeah, for sure.
Where is it?
Sanctuary. It's in Hamtramck.
Sanctuary. I ain't never heard
It's
of
off.
that.
It's on Joseph Campo.
The old
Joseph Campo and Kniff.
Okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So, hey, this guy right here, he got hits, bro. Like hands down, he got hits. Let us know who all big time and in the city that you done featured on the track, had somebody feature on your track that you dealt with.
Well, I done worked with a lot of big name artists. You know what I'm saying? Like Royce the 5'9" is one of the top ones. AZ from NY, you know what I'm saying? I worked with him. Man, I didn't did a lot of work, man, with a lot of different people. It's too many to name. As far as in Detroit go, man, like I work with a lot of Detroit artists, but I want to work with a lot more. You know what I'm saying? Just by this being my hometown, and I feel like, you know, now the attention is on us. You know what I'm saying? Like all of the labels
back to the city.
Yeah, they looking at us. You know what I'm saying? So that's my whole goal, man, to work with as many Detroit artists as I can and try to push the movement forward, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because at one time we had that vocal spot. And,
we sure did.
We was prime music.
We sure did.
You look at people like Detroit's Most Wanted, Awesome Dre,
AWOL,
Chaos and Maestro, Smiley,
B-Def and Poncho.
Exactly.
Rest in peace to my big homie B-Def, man. You know what I'm saying? But you know, we had that movement was a great movement.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because based on the fact that it was a lot of unity. Now they had their little inner city quarrels, you know, my group better than yours, but when it really came down to it, and we had to go at other cities, because our main city that we used to go at back then was NY. We used to, because they thought that, and I love NY, don't get me wrong, but NY thought that they were the Mecca, and when they were, don't get me wrong, they started hip hop, and it's a beautiful thing, but once, you know, it spread it out, it wasn't nothing you could do. It's called evolution. Hip hop evolved.
I mean, I want to, you know, I think, you know, this is just in my opinion, but, you know, I spoke to a lot of, you know, the rappers and, you know, current, local, you know, back in the day rap. Detroit, if you look at the Detroit videos back then, we started like the gangster, like type shit, you know, wearing minks.
We started it.
If you look at
showcasing,
you look at AWOL, you look at
Detroit Most Wanted. Mossy Ski, shout out to Mossy Ski, my big homie, man.
They was doing videos in mink.
Listen, let me tell y'all a quick story, man. Let me tell y'all a quick story about this Mossy Ski guy, man. Now Mossy Ski from Detroit Most Wanted, he was like the stylish rapper, you know, the most flamboyant rapper back then, you know what I'm saying? And I took to him. I tried to emulate him. So I find myself when y'all remember Channel 41, the box, right?
Yeah.
So when they videos came on and whatnot, I always find myself going to get my trench. I couldn't afford no mink back then. So I go get my trench coat, you feel me?
Right.
And throw my trench coat on with my church hat and stand in the mirror and rap all his verses and try to be him, you know what I'm saying? And I think he played a big part in me having the confidence to get on the stage. You know what I'm saying? Like he gave me a lot of confidence just trying to emulate his style, because he was just one of them dudes that you took to. So shout out to Mossy Ski, man. He know he got a big influence on my career, man.
But if you look at people like Ghostface Killers, you look at people like Pimp C, that that took that extra mile. I'm not wearing gym shoes. I'm doing my mink hat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to go back, you know what I'm saying? It started here.
I mean, I think Detroit started fashion. Period, though.
Yeah.
Like I think we led fashion, and then everybody just in the United States, and everybody just pick up back off what we did.
They for sure piggybacked off us, like style now. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because I was talking to my homeboy the other day about the Cartier Woods, and I ain't never seen. I done lived in Atlanta, I done lived in LA, I done lived in a bunch of different places, and I ain't never seen nobody do what we did when it came to them Cartier glasses, and they just now starting to get hip to it, now. So Buff's been a part of Detroit.
Cartier been out.
Real quick, shout out to my homeboy Mitchell. You know who is Mitchell? My homeboy. You know what I'm saying? Ronnie. From the he with us. He slaved with us a little bit, but he do his thing. I'm rocking and representing him today. This my dog, man. You know what I'm saying? He do music. He another one that y'all want to pull on the podcast and do y'all thing with him.
Hey, you heard him. He gave you a shout out, so now you ain't got no choice but to pop up.
Yeah. Shout out to Ronnie, man. Who is Mitchell?
Don't make him look bad.
Nah, he gonna come. If he say he gonna come, he gonna show up. But this, I've been held. I really like be trying to push. You know what I'm saying, to support my homies as much as I can.
That's one of our big platforms is pushing our local people. You know what I'm saying, because it's like that. Sometimes they don't get as much. You know what I'm saying, coverage as everybody gets. So it's plenty of talent in the city.
I agree, man.
But we got to start making platforms for that. Because, you go down to radio stations, you go down to, other outlets, and they be like, well, if your name ain't such and such,
you ain't got no buzz.
or if you ain't on this, okay, how can I do that if nobody's giving me the opportunity to do that?
It's all about a chance, man.
Yeah.
It's all about a chance. And see, the thing is, what I hate about us as Detroiters, we done got to the point now where we don't even give the music a shot because we so used to hearing one thing and thinking that's it, but that's not the end all be all for Detroit.
You just talked about me.
What you mean?
Because me personally, it's very selective rappers from the city that I really care about because it seems like they all rap about the same stuff.
Well, see, that's when you gotta break it down. You gotta sit down.
Not saying that I don't like Detroit rap.
No, I feel you. But what you gotta do is you gotta figure out a way to sit down and say, you know what, let me just give this a shot. And the only way you know for a fact you don't like it or you like it is if you listen to it.
That's true.
And if it ain't something that you appeal to, because I guarantee you, man, like 60-70% of the new wave Detroit music is not my preference. You know what I'm saying? But
they
it's
got
not
some
to
fire
say
ass beats.
Yeah, but it's not to say that it's whack. I just don't. You know what I'm saying? And you got to look at my age. You got to look at the era that I come from. Like, come on, bro. I come from the era of the Big Daddy Kanes, the KRS-Ones, the Nas's, the Rakims, So when I listen to that and then I listen to the new music, it's like, I mean, I guess it's cool for the youngsters. I got kids that listen to it. They love it. Me personally, and it's not about hating on it. It's just that's not my cup of tea.
At all.
I just like to listen to the catalog. I like to listen to, a wide range of what you got. You know what I'm saying? And play through it because, like you say, being in the music industry and being, kind of like you vibe to a little bit of everything because you're always listening for different sounds.
That's true.
Whether it be in, rap, rock, orchestra, you want always a different sound that nobody yet tapped into.
You know what's weird? I'm a rapper and I don't even listen to rap.
What you listen to?
Like, bro, I ride listening to, like, I got Sirius Satellite, so I listen to the Groove, which is bunch of old school. But then, like, I'm so Parliament Funkadelic out, bro. I can listen to Parliament Funkadelic from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed, bro. And it's weird because everybody be like, man, you rap and you do it at the level you do it at. How you don't listen to rap? Now, when I do listen to rap, I listen to what I like. I listen to the music that I like to listen to. And truthfully, like, I'm a big time West Coast fan. You know what I'm saying? I love the music on the West Coast because to me, I just feel like, it give me that feel that I like. You know what I mean?
They got that riding music.
Yeah, they got it's
that
just
chilling out.
Yeah, it's
relaxed
man. So with the East Coast music, I got my picks. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to East Coast hip hop, I could get lyrical, But I'm not finna be all diabolical, maniacal. That ain't my thing. Like
Right.
when I was doing that, I was good with it. But it took too much effort. So when I get in the studio now, it's like put the beat on. The beat will talk to me. I won't even write. I just go in the booth and start recording because when I hear the beat gonna automatically connect with me.
It's gonna feed you.
Yeah, it's gonna feed me everything that I want to say.
Right.
And now it's to the point. I probably ain't wrote a rap since 1999. I ain't wrote. So when and it just be pissing me off because I know that I had a lot of things. I know I had a lot of projects and a lot of songs that would have took me to that next level. So when I see somebody like Jay-Z or when I see somebody like Lil Wayne putting their raps where I don't write nothing, I just recite it. Bro, I've been doing that since 91. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and it is crazy. You and then when you see me, I come later on down the line, you will look at me like, oh, he ain't writing his raps because Jay-Z don't write his. I've been doing this though. You know what I'm saying?
They think they started that wave in that tree.
Man, listen, I'm the king of the 30-minute songs. I come with the hook and the verses. 30 minutes, I'll be ready to go to the next record.
Where can they listen to your music at?
Everywhere.
What
All platforms. I'm on every platform, man. All you got to do is just search Big Gov. I'm on Tidal, what's that? Spotify, YouTube.
Okay.
I'm all over the place, man. Just search Big Gov music and it'll pop up. You know what I'm saying?
Big Gov got good music. We done had 2 rappers on the show that got qualified music, bro.
Yeah.
Qualified. I wish I could.
That's dope.
One thing we have to do is we have to sit up, and I gotta link you up with my boy Moolah because when I tell him he's top 5. I done already told you I love your music.
For
bro.
sure, bro.
I support everything you do musically,
And I appreciate it.
And you know it'll never stop. And I've been knowing Moolah since we was in the 6th grade, and hands down, that nigga got it.
For sure.
He got it. Like.
Link it up.
Put y'all 2 niggas together.
Just link it up. I mean, you know, I don't mind. Anything that's going to go in for the kill, bro, link it up. Like, I want to go in for the kill because I feel like this industry missing us. Like, they missing us. Like, they not getting the real us. They getting what they getting, but they not getting the real us. You know what I'm saying?
Who your top 5 in the city? I threw a monkey, Rick James. I threw a monkey. All right.
You going to do that?
Wait.
You gonna really do that though?
Wait. Stop.
I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to you.
No, we can't ask you that. Who your top 5 industry? You
I'm gonna give it to you.
All right, go ahead.
I'm gonna give you my top 5 in the city.
And then why?
Bet. Say less. So you got Pierre Anthony. Off top, Pierre Anthony, right? And the reason being is because he's a triple threat. The nigga's just phenomenal. Like, he can rap, he can sing, produce. Matter of fact, he's a quadruple threat because he can perform his ass off. You ain't never seen a stage show like his, bro.
I like performers.
Yeah.
I like performers.
Go to his show.
The brother can blow.
He would be here with me tonight performing, but he just on his way back from I think he coming back from New Orleans or something. But the nigga's a beast. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Black Lion Society. Probably ain't hip to them, but them my dogs. You know what I'm saying? We all was a clique at one point. Black government, and they grew to do their own thing, and they developed their own sound. And again, top performers. You know what I'm saying? Phenomenal rappers. Concepts of their songs is on point. So I gotta rock with them. Paulie Bronson. He's just dope. I can't even really. I can go into breaking his lyrics down, but he's dope. Like I say, the homie Ronnie Mitchell. He go crazy.
Shout outs.
Yeah, he go crazy, and my son, man.
Ooh, your son,
my
fire.
My son, man. My oldest son, man. Warren Castro, man. He
that boy good.
He go hard. So, you know what I'm saying? Like that's my, and I could go further. You know what I'm saying, with more tops, but it's just the reason why I limit myself from getting those conversations because it's way too many dope niggas in the city for me to just pick 5, bro. It's too many dope. But if I just had to do it off top, that's my 5.
There you go.
You know
there you go.
That's my 5.
Good leeway. Good leeway. Yeah. Hey, Ronnie, he done gave you 2 shout outs, man. You better come see me, boy. I'm playing.
So you did the movie Wait.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
That was phenomenal.
Definitely
I checked
was.
it out. I definitely liked it.
Appreciate that, man.
You know, I know you personally, so it was definitely, it's kind of, you know what I'm saying, seeing you in a different light. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? On a, like you say, another platform. Like, okay, my man can do this. You know what I'm saying? It's like, just waiting to see how it come out. Then you check it out, be like, okay, that was a good job.
So, shout out to the homeboy Beezy. You know what I'm saying? He definitely, him and Detroit Rain, man. You know they both put it together in a sense to where, they created a platform for all the actors and the actresses that was in the movie.
He got something else coming out.
Yeah, they dropped child support after that, and they got some new stuff coming. But shout out to
already tapped into Dog.
Yeah, A-Line Cinema and be directed by Beezy. Like them my guys from we got history. You know what I'm saying? And it was inevitable that they was gonna put me in the film, even though I feel like I should have got a bigger role. But that's a whole other story. But I'm appreciative of the role that I got, because anytime that I can leave Detroit and go 3,000 miles across the country and people be like, hey man, I just seen you in Wait. That feel good. You know what I'm saying? Now that's giving me the window to say, well, yo, I got music too. Check that out. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to them guys for even giving me that opportunity. That was a blessing for sure. And they doing their thing. Like everything that they do is quality, and that's the reason why I love them guys, because they focus on quality. They don't go outside of they don't go outside of what they know.
Yeah, and it don't look when you watching their movies, it don't look
like no hood
Detroit.
shit. Right.
It don't look like no bull.
Yeah.
Not saying that's what our movies look like.
You know the difference, bro.
Yeah.
You know the difference.
It definitely was high quality.
Modern day Master P.
Yeah,
you know how we used to rush Master P movies back in the day, like I mean, so you are you gonna continue to act?
Hell yeah, I'm working on the script right now. I'm gonna shoot my own movie.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? I got a movie right now I'm working on called The Ledger. It's called The Ledger, man. It's gonna be dope. I ain't gonna get too many details, but it's something that's in the works. I got it's gonna be actual full production movie too. I got a company out of Cleveland that I've been rocking with them for a minute. They've been reaching out to me. They actually want to do a biopic on my life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not ready for that yet, because my thing is
sensitive.
No, it ain't that. It's just that I feel like I ain't done enough to have no biopic. Let me drop an album that do numbers for real, like sell 1 million copies or even 500,000 copies. And then we can a lot of people is interested in my life though. It's a lady out in Cali, she want to sit down and do a book on my life, and it's just like, wow. You know what I'm saying? And then, once I let people know that how many kids I got and how many kids I got custody of, it just turned into a, your life is a book, bro. You need to write. So I'm right now, like I said, man, I'm just working on this script. I'm probably like 80% done. I got my business partner, Universal. He's a shapper. He on your shift. You know what I'm saying? But that's my little bro. He helping me out with a lot. So I think this summer gonna be a big summer for these projects.
That's dope, man. Hey, if you need somebody to play a crackhead,
I'm not DJ.
Boy, I get in there at the fool.
I'm not gonna have you in my movie as a crackhead, bro. I'm not gonna do it. See, this is the thing what people don't understand about movies, right? You could be the most hated character in the movie. And in reality, people will run into you and not like you for real.
Hey, and that's true. That's true, bro. That's true. And because they're not like you because of the role you play.
Yeah, bro. And it's like, damn, it was just a movie. Calm down. I'm not Nino Brown. I'm Wesley Snipes. You know what I'm saying? Like, just chill. But at the end of the day, man, if I'm gonna put my brothers in the movie, I'm gonna put them in there and I'm gonna big them up. I'm not gonna have them, because I think we as black people, man, we do enough degrading shit to ourselves. You know what I'm saying? When we make our movies, we degrade ourselves in a way to where I feel like, damn, he could have had a better role. You feel what I'm saying?
Like we continue the stereotype.
Yeah, man. The cycle. We continue the cycle.
Yes. I mean, we can't just say the media's putting it out there. We putting it out there
as
well.
You know
what I'm saying? So if I, like I say, all my homies that's gonna be in it. Now, if I don't know you, I'm sorry.
Hey,
but-
you might get that. You might get that crackhead.
you might get that
script.
crackhead role, but if you my homie and I rock with you, you know what I'm saying, you're not good. You're gonna look good in the movie. Feel
That's
me?
dope, bro.
So it's like with all you do, you know what I'm saying, with the music, the acting, you know, we ain't even touched on the, you know, the shoe apparel.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But with all that, you know, how do you balance life as, you know, father, you know, actor, you know what I'm saying, musician?
We keep it going, cause I ain't got nothing to hide. Listen here, I work at Chrysler. I work for FCA, and I work 10 hours a day,
Slaving.
40 hours a week, sometimes more if they want to not be stingy with the overtime. I do it all. I'm not. We gonna be real about it now.
Right.
So having a job, being a father, being an artist, being a producer, owning my own company, being an actor, it's like.
It's so much.
It's a lot, man, but
Yeah.
you know, the thing is, the reason why I love my kids and I hang with my kids like I do, because they balance it out. They help me. I got older kids. I got 2 adult children. You know what I'm saying? One on her way to being an adult. So I got the help when it comes to the little ones. So it kind of make it easier for me to maneuver and do some of the things I want to do. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But for the most part, it's like this. When you get used to something and you grow accustomed to it for so long, it becomes second nature to you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can just
It's a
do
routine.
Yeah, it's a routine. So for me, you know, it's simple. I can't really see too many other dudes doing it like I do it, but
Right.
I'm just blessed, and I thank God that He gave me the ability and the capability to do it. You know what I'm saying?
What? I know, but let's talk to them.
Okay.
Let's see let them know how far you done been in the industry. I mean, where
I done had deals. I done had deals
know
with
where I'm
Universal. I that was actually my first deal with Universal Music Group, and that fell through based on some background stuff that was going on with some of these dudes that I felt was like my partners or whatever.
Right.
But it kind of friends. This one thing about this business, it'll turn your friendships to enemies. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, that didn't go like it was supposed to go. But when I say we had everything lined up from budgets, videos, albums, release dates, the whole nine, and then one situation
Literally.
can ruin everything.
Everything.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
So,
true.
with that being said, that was that. But I done had multiple deals on the table: Atlantic, Epic Records, Geffen Records. I done had like a lot of deals on the table that I turned down because I felt like me myself personally, my value is a lot more than somebody just write me a $250,000 check and then 5 years later I'm miserable as hell because I gotta pay that shit back.
Right.
So did you think they were slave deals?
I know they were slave deals because here's the thing, man. I always try to tell like younger artists or the artists that came up under me, practice ownership. Don't never, you know what I'm saying,
That's
give
true.
up. Don't never give up nothing that you work for.
That's
You know what I'm
true.
saying? So if it's your publishing, your royalties, like if you sit in the studio and you spending your money to pay for the studio time, pay for beats, why would you want to give somebody else 50%, 40%, sometimes even more of that?
So you
know
would
what I'm
sell
saying?
your publishing for
Man,
40,000?
hell no, I'm not selling my goddamn. Listen, bro. Listen here.
Now you know Biggie sold his publishing to
But
Puff.
Biggie needed it.
Yeah,
Biggie
Yeah.
needed it. He was in a situation where he
Yeah,
needed the
and
money.
he had to
You
get
feel
out
me?
quick.
I'm broke.
you know.
I don't need it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And the thing is, look at it like this. Nipsey Hussle kids is gonna be set for life.
Shout
Reason
out.
being,
R.I.P. Nick.
yeah, R.I.P. them to the homie, man.
He actually know. You actually know.
Yeah. We'll
Personally.
get into that.
Yeah.
But he only negotiated deals to where he kept ownership of what he created.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Which is what you want to do.
That's what you want to do. You don't never want to give up ownership of what you create. This
Right.
this is your brainchild. This come from your heart. Why would you want to give that to somebody else for the like, bro? It's the same. The music industry is the same thing as the auto industry. You stand on the line. You make all these. You produce all these vehicles for somebody else to get rich,
Right.
Right.
and you get pennies. You know what I'm saying?
Because a lot of dudes don't own their name,
No, they don't.
don't own their
Don't.
brand.
Don't own that
I mean,
music.
you can't, you know, even back in the day, it startled me to the point to like when I used to go on the road with dudes, and I used to listen to some of the chopped up deals they used to get, and for you know a company to tell you, well, you just can't print shirts with your name on it.
Right,
Because
right,
we own
right.
that name.
Right.
So
Yeah,
anything
I was just
they
about to
bring,
say,
they gotta
get
make money off
Listen,
of.
they get a percentage of your merch, your
Right.
imagery, like anything that got your image on it, they get a percentage of.
Yep.
And the crazy part is like it discourages you as an artist. It make you feel like, damn, what am I doing it for? Like a lot of these dudes today, they do it because they want to be popular, famous,
Right.
Yeah.
and this is the reason why, you know, I go by the slogan "Fame is the enemy" because to me, I feel like fame is worse than being famous is worse than being a crackhead.
You know, because it goes back to how can you sell 5 million records, go on tour for a whole year,
Well,
Right.
then come home and you only got $100,000 in
Well,
your goddamn bank account. Because they tell you, well, we paying for your videos,
Yep.
we pay for your house,
Your hotel.
your expenses.
don't that sound like child support? Don't that sound like the FOC? So what that tells you is, don't be putting babies in the wrong broads.
So you
Don't be giving your
Your
babies
music.
to the wrong companies.
So
You know what I'm saying?
you done made over $50 million and you come home with less than $1 million.
Hey, when I first started working at FCA, they started me out in body shop, so y'all already know how body shop go. You get money in body shop. I'm working overtime, I'm killing it, doing 60 hours. Sometimes I might even stay and do half the next shift and shit, right? I'm coming home with $117 a week. $117. So, with that being said, I'm putting in all my effort, you know what I'm saying? And I'm coming home with pennies. It's the same thing with the music industry. You go in the studio, you spend countless hours. Pac died miserable, man. I hate to say this, but Pac is one of my favorite artists, right? But he died miserable, man. He took a deal, and in a sense, to me, it felt like he sold his soul. He was in jail. He wanted to get out of jail, and I understand. Trust me, I do, because being locked up is not some shit. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
Right.
I did 9 months, and that was enough for me. So imagine doing 10, 15 years, right? Pac wanted out of jail. Suge came with a deal, a situation, and made it happen. But the deal that he gave Pac was a deal that was going to enslave Pac, because he knew Pac had the know abouts, the go hard, and all that. And then he knew Pac was famous.
Yeah.
Right.
Truth be told, Pac dropped not All Eyes on Me, but Me Against the World while he was locked up. And went how many times platinum? He didn't need Death Row.
Right.
He could have did his little time, came home, and been straight. You know what I'm saying? But he choked because he wanted to get out. And then on top of that, Death Row, come on, man. Death Row popping. You got Snoop Dogg, Dr. Dre, though.
Right.
But every deal ain't a good deal.
Nah.
And you can't just jump at it the first thing a nigga throw. You got to know your value, know your worth in this industry, period. In this world, period. You got to know your worth.
Because they'll rip you up.
They'll rip you up, dog.
will.
Ain't nobody playing.
They gave Snoop a bold deal.
They
and
gave-
he took, man, shit, he raised hell getting
Man,
up out of
yeah.
that deal. It took, matter of fact, it took Master P to get him out that
Yeah, he
deal.
did. He did.
You know.
And he still ended up on Master P when he wanted to leave No Limit. So this is my thing, right? When a nigga look at me and be like, dog, your music dope, you got some shit. You got hits, bro. Why you ain't on? Because I refuse to, first of all, it's about your definition of what own is.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I've sold records independently, and it might not been as much as the Migos or this, that, and the third, but I guarantee you, I was able to pay bills, feed my family, buy some jewelry,
Right.
get some of the clothes I want, do this, do that. I made money off my music and still making money off my music. When my royalties come off my streaming, because I stream a lot on Spotify and all the different platforms.
Right.
When my money come, I don't owe nobody
Yours.
nothing.
Right, it's
It's
yours.
yours.
You get what I'm saying?
And that's the concept. That's what you want.
Yeah. So, that's just, a lot of these guys got to get the fame out your mind, because the fame gonna come. If you really meant to be a famous person, first of all, you got to know what you want to be famous for, why you want to be famous. You know what I'm saying? And then, can you handle the fame that come along with it?
Fame is self-destruct.
Man, you gotta understand
So
that's
it
what killed a lot of people.
Yeah.
Man, and it's still killing
the
people.
fame
Man.
part, because the thing about it is not knowing the business. you know, is detrimental to your whole fucking career.
Exactly.
That's
If
true.
you don't know the business,
Exactly.
you dead already.
Exactly.
Coming in the door. Now that famous shit, you can be famous all over. I know a lot of famous broke people.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
don't get it fucked up.
You know.
Because a lot of them niggas that's flashing money in their videos and doing
ain't
this,
they
that, and
money.
the third, they not really getting it like y'all think they getting it. A lot of these niggas, they make their money off touring. That's why they always on the road. You know what I'm saying? That's why they got to do shows. They got to do appearances. They got to do this. They got to do that. Man, listen. Being independent, I don't care. I'm 40 years old and I'm out rapping a lot of rap niggas that's in the industry. I do a lot better music than a lot of niggas that y'all listen to and praise, right?
I agree.
So at the end of the day, I don't care if I'm 50 years old with a head full of gray salt and pepper hair. I'm gonna do music because it's in me and I love to do music. I can't put it down. I broke my equipment down, sat it in the corner for about 3 weeks. Like, fuck this music
And
shit.
you was
I'm done.
itchy. You was itchy.
Man, every time, it seemed like every time I walked past that shit, it was calling me. Put me together. Put me together, nigga.
Set me up, Ghost.
You know you can't stay away. So it's like when it's in you, you don't give a
Right.
fuck about.
Because that's passion and love right there.
Yeah, that's why I don't make my music to satisfy the masses.
Yeah.
Right.
Because I can't, bro. I got to do what's real for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I got to be satisfied with it before I put it out to y'all. And so
right.
when y'all hear it and y'all like it and respect it and play it and love it,
Right.
that's gratification for me. That's like letting me know that I ain't far off. You know what I'm saying? But
You are your biggest
Yeah.
critic. So
Yeah, for sure.
if it take everything in you before you put it out,
yeah,
then you know you love
Yeah.
it.
for
What
sure.
everybody else say.
For
shit.
sure.
At that point,
Yeah.
ooh, I'm so happy bro, I'm so happy to have you on the show. Hey,
I'm happy to be here, bro.
we got. Will we be able to get a freestyle at the end of the?
I don't care. Let's make it happen.
Ooh.
Come on, bro. This is what I love. This part. Do whatever.
Ooh. Let me see your phone, Perez. Y'all can have y'all little conversation.
Oh,
live.
see, he finna try to find a what? Dog, don't put on no Weird Al Yankovic beats and shit.
All right, open
You
it.
know
All
what I'm
right,
saying?
all right, all
Hey,
right.
give me, see, you go give
I'm
me.
gonna give you something that's
All right,
yours,
nah.
but you just can't rap. Well, you know, I'm gonna give you something.
I ain't got no instrumentals on.
You don't?
No, I ain't got no instrumentals up.
Well, we'll find. I'll find something
Yeah,
there.
all right now. Let's see how well you know your homie then. What type of beats I like. Let's see what you do.
So like what time you starting tonight? What time you hit the stage?
I'm supposed to go on at 9:05, man, but that's subject to change. You know how
Right.
that go. You know what I'm saying? Somebody might cancel, somebody might go over, somebody might cut their shit too short. So it depends. I know for a fact I'm lined up to go at 9:05, but I might go later. I might go earlier. I don't know. Shit.
What time the doors open?
The doors open at 7, but I'm trying to get everybody to be there by 8 because outside of me performing, I still want to celebrate. You know what I'm saying? My
Right,
birthday and all that. So,
Right.
and then I want to do it with my people. Like I got a couple people from work that's supposed to be coming out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really had a chance to hang out with them outside of work, but I love my team. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I got a dope ass team, so I try to make it easy for them while we at work. But I definitely want to step outside of work and
Right.
kick it with them on
Right.
a personal level, more so. You know what I'm saying?
Can you
So
get tickets at the door?
you can buy tickets at the door. I try to get everybody to get them offline though, cause they cheaper.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you know, you can get them at the door. You just gotta let them know that you getting a ticket for Big Gov. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You came for Big Gov, so you gotta let them.
Where can they get them at online? For the
It's,
ones that's watching.
it's a site called MyAfton, MyAfton.com/Big Gov, and then that link you click on that and it'll take you straight to the tickets. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I see my boy Ronnie then jumped in too, man. I see him. I see you, boy. I see you, homie.
Let's see if we can get something up out of you.
Are you talking about right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I thought we was to finish kicking a little bit more, but that's cool too.
I got excited.
See, man, you would want to go there, man.
Hey, this is one of my favorite songs of you.
Yeah, for sure, man. But it's an emotional thing with
Okay,
that, man.
okay,
Give me
okay.
something else, man.
Okay.
That's Nip, man. That's an important dude, man. I can't even. I wouldn't even want to play with nothing he do. Give me something else, man.
I got you. I
Matter
know
of fact,
exactly.
I mean, if you're gonna give me a Nip beat, give me something like Victory Lap or give me. You
Okay,
know me, bro.
okay,
Give
okay.
me something that you
Okay.
that you know I'm a clown on. You know what I'm saying? Cause that right there, man, that's one of my favorite Nip records. That shit damn near. Oh, see. that's a remake of it too, huh? Check. Yo. Yeah. Yo. Look. It's a reason why they calling me the main event. The lame got their 5 minutes of fame, but they came and went. For me, longevity is key. Ask niggas like Scarface, Nas, and Jay-Z. I bet you they agree when I say the cornball music that niggas release is dying out. Let's take it back to the streets. How about this? A lot of these niggas is down low, brothers. Coming out the closet, Instagramming pictures of they lovers. I don't respect that. And if by any chance you associate Gov with them, you might want to correct that. I got them on the edge of their seat, waiting to see what I'm best at. Niggas who slept, they gon' regret that. The Money Mayweather a rap. They hate my flashy ass. They rather see me losing a match. Even with my back on the ropes or up in the corner, I box my way out, putting hella combinations on you. From Detroit to LA, niggas know that I don't play. Slay any nigga that'll step in my way. When I'm off the top of the dome, I'm gangster with my shit. So if you piss me off, I'm in the street popping my chrome. We can take it from here to there. It really don't matter, cause I can take it anywhere. Watch a nigga blood splatter. I am not a violent nigga. At least I try not to be. But if a nigga piss me off, that's my dichotomy. Simple and plain, bro. That's all for the brain, bro. You niggas know my name, bro. You know my aim, bro. You know my angle, and ain't shit changed though. I had to take a break and take a pause for a minute. My bars getting bigger, and everybody wanna see a nigga fall quicker. But I stand on my 10 toes, nigga. Yeah. Neighborhood on mine.
Y'all better stop playing and come from Big Gov, boy. That nigga said that was off the dome.
Oh yeah, I do it off the dome. Now we can go all day off the dome. Now that ain't
If y'all want to see more of that, make sure you make it to the venue tonight. Make
For
it to the
sure,
show.
y'all better be there. What they say, be there or be square.
Yeah, shit. Beat me there, don't meet me there.
Right. No, bro. What you been through a lot, Gov, bro.
Yeah,
You've
man.
been through a lot. From, can I say it? That I know of.
Go, you do your thing.
From living a street life, losing moms, battling custody with kids, getting the custody of the kids.
For sure.
What keeps you upbeat? What keeps you up tempo? Because if from the outside looking in, and they see a relaxed face, they might be like, dog, that nigga look like he got attitude or some shit. But the ones that know who Big Gov is,
Right.
dog, you life. You feel me? You life.
I blame it all on God, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to sound like I'm preaching. You know what I'm saying?
Talk, bro.
It was a point in time where I questioned God. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm losing homies. I lost my mama. Lost family members that was close to me. And it was a question. It was a question in my mind, like, is the spirituality really real? You feel me? And it wasn't until I started really like putting my faith into it. I put my faith into God, bro, and my life did a 360. Well, a 180. I don't want to say a 360 because you be going right back to the same. So a 180. And the thing is, like, a lot of people, they mess up because they don't put God first in a lot of things that they do. They think they responsible for their come ups, and you're not supposed to think like that.
Mm-hmm.
They think they're responsible for coming out of their trials and tribulations. You're not supposed to think like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I prayed, dog. When I told you I did 9 months in a jail down in Arizona, I prayed every day. And it just so happened that loopholes started coming up in my case. Every loophole that you can think of, from not being read my rights to them not having no badge when they came kick the door in, this, that. Every loophole you could think of and technicality you could think of got me out of that situation.
Right.
But I prayed on it, though. It wasn't like me just sitting there like, damn, what I'm going to do? I'm in here. I'm probably going to do 11 to 39 like the judge said. No, because I was looking at 11 to 39. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
But when the judge hit it with the, oh, they didn't read you your rights? Oh, they didn't have any badges exposed when they came? Mr. Finley, you out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, that point, I knew everything had to change for me. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't continue to live the life I was living because it almost got me in a situation where I wouldn't even have known y'all.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, after that, I had my first son, and it was like, Yeah,
A real reality check.
you really gotta get on your shit. You know what I'm saying?
It's something about having them boys that give you a reality check, though.
I had my daughter first,
Mm-hmm.
but I really try to leave. I ain't gonna say leave it out, but I try not to revisit it because my first daughter, she would have been 26 years old. She died an hour after she was born.
Right.
So when I had my first son, you know what I'm saying? It kind of made me say, okay, dog, maturity is time to kick in.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And from that point on, my life has just took a turn that I would never want to go backwards.
Right.
You know, a lot of these niggas think that street shit is the cool shit, man.
What?
Listen, bro, death and jail is all that's gonna come out of that. And don't nobody want that for real. Don't nobody want that,
I
man.
tell people all the time, like, look at all of these big name street guys who had that fame, that money, that clout. Where did they end up at?
Man, listen,
Dead or in jail,
or in
bro.
jail.
Nobody makes it.
Nobody
makes
makes
it.
it. It's
You're not
impossible.
gonna
It's not
make
set
it.
up.
Nobody makes
So
it.
when
It's
I
not
when
set
I
up for
when I
retirement.
hey, listen, man, when I get laughed at about having a job and working at Chrysler and all that, because you know that's the joke.
Right.
We the Chrysler workers, we the joke and shit. But truth be told, dog, ain't nothing better than knowing you got that good 401k or you got that good Social Security later on to make sure your kids straight or whatever. You know what I
I
mean?
work at Subway. I make fresh sandwiches.
I'm at
Yeah,
Buffalo
yeah,
Wild Wings.
Yeah, well, I know where I'm at with it. So I tell it like it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want nobody to ever get it misunderstood or get it twisted. I'm not no dope dealer. You know what I'm saying? I used to do whatever I used to do, but that was then. This is now. Like,
Yeah,
I'm not
I
going
know
to sit
you
up
are.
and you got dudes who, and it's funny because a lot of dudes work at my job, bro, and they act like they in the streets. Like, dog, you build what
And
we
ain't
build,
shit
bro.
wrong
Like,
with having an honest ass
just be
job.
a worker, my
nothing
nigga. Like, you
wrong
cool.
with that.
I
They
mean, I don't. That life. Well, people gotta understand that life. You know, I grew up in that life.
Yeah.
My family was that life. I had to separate myself from that, but when I decided to walk away from all that, it's like everything lifted off my
Give
shoulders.
you a peace of mind.
Cause I didn't worry about the police. I didn't worry about dudes in the gang. I didn't have none of that on my back no more.
Can I tell y'all something?
Go ahead.
Let me tell y'all something, bro. When I got my job, this is the first time in my life I had valid license. Do you know, dog? Do you know how good
Hey.
it felt to get pulled over by the police
never
and
did
give
this.
them my L's and my registration and everything was
Right
legit,
here,
bro?
right here. Go
I'm
ahead.
like, yo, this is the life right here. So now they ain't on my back no more. I ain't gotta worry about. Man, hell yeah, I'm gonna renew my license.
Hurry up, get my
let me
ticket.
yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying?
When I walked away from the game by choice, it was strictly by choice. When that happened, I just said, you know, it's time.
It's time.
First job I got, true story, McDonald's. And they called me and they was like, hey, you come here today? And I'm geeked. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm coming in today. So I got there. So you got to imagine, I'm making all types of money. You know, I got my pockets. They tell me, well, you know, we're going to start y'all. We want you to scrub these borders around the grill all the way around the front.
That nigga was already
Prince
walking out.
Hakeem and motherfucking what's that nigga name?
I was like, I ain't ready yet. Come into a ready guy.
I was like, y'all can get this shirt back. I ain't quite ready yet. You know what I'm saying?
No, one thing about it though, man, I can care less about opinions about where I work.
Right. I agree.
And me having a job, because I know one thing for sure, two things for certain. FCA has funded all my career shit. You know
capital,
what I'm saying?
man.
It's a
And the
platform.
thing is, like, it's a stepping stone,
Yeah.
man. If you go into this shit thinking that this is gonna be my career, then you fucked.
Yep.
Yeah.
But if you go in this shit and you give yourself a 5 to 10 year window and say, look, in these 5 to 10 years, I want to build up enough capital to where I can work for myself,
Exactly.
you good. You know what I'm saying? You good. And that's what I did. I went in there, and now it's so easy for me to go to work, even though they pissed me off. I go in and still do my job, but I know for a fact Friday come, that check gonna be there,
Yep.
and I can go ahead and pay for whatever I need to pay for
Right.
to build my business.
Your next,
you know what I'm saying?
venture.
What I'm more impressed of is a lot of brothers that we ride with.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? They branch out and they do use, you know,
I
that
love it, man.
FCA as capital.
I love it, man.
I mean,
I love it.
DJ got his brand.
Yeah,
I
You
got
know
more
what
than
I'm
this.
saying?
yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah.
you know, he done started his business. There's a few other people, you know.
She you.
Yeah,
Yep.
me.
I mean, you know,
He always trying to make himself
always
look
trying to make
like he ain't doing too much.
No, when you
I'm
got
like,
me,
no, man,
when
come
you got me on the
dog.
show, dog, you got to be careful because
Like,
I might tell you
no.
some shit you don't want the people to know. Like,
Look, you better
hey,
have a
nigga,
sidebar
remember when we was
conversation.
oh no, you weren't supposed to. Oh shit, my
My
bad,
bad.
bro. I was just being real. No, but the thing is, bro, that's the beauty of it, man.
You
It
take
is.
that
Beauty of
job because you already making somebody rich.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So you investing your time in making them rich. How much time are you investing in yourself to do what makes you happy?
I always say this, me personally. I say I done made whoever owned my company, I done made him rich enough. Now it's time to make myself rich. Now it's time to leave something that I'll be able to create something that I'll be able to leave for my kids. And that's generational wealth, bro. And that's what us as, I don't want to say black men or the black culture.
Man,
I
tell
don't
it like
wanna
it
say
is,
that's
bro.
what we lack.
Our race, that's what we don't do, bro.
It-
We don't
right.
do enough of it.
Yeah,
It
and
is
that's
what
what
it
we
is.
need to-
We can't candy coat that. The fact of
Right.
the matter is, bro, we do not have enough African American people leaving generational wealth for their children, bro.
Right.
We just don't, man. Everybody that I know that I grew up with that passed away, and I say this with pure sincerity, my homies that's my age or in my age bracket left their kids with nothing.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
When I create a business or I create something that I want to push, I sit down and I hold a conversation with my son. My son, 9 years old. I do a landscaping company. It's called Certified Cuts. Check me out on Facebook, Certified Cuts. I say, son, this is for you. This is not for you to work with. This is for you to own. So go to school, get a trade, whatever you choose to do, but know that this will always be here for you. My clothing line, Black Sheep. This is not for me. This is for my daughter. My daughter love fashion. My daughter sit up and put on shoes and walk around in shoes all day. Mismatched shoes, same kind of shoes, whatever. This is for her. So I'm going to tell her the same thing. It's not for you to work, but it's for you to push. I can only push her. Us as fathers, because all of us up here in this panel is fathers, we can only take something so high.
Right.
The next step is for our child to take it higher.
Well, if you look at the Geico commercial. Ever notice when that Geico commercial come on, they say been in business since 1929.
Thank you.
In
Thank you.
1929, how big do you think his office was?
Chuck, this big.
Exactly.
Dog was
It's
sitting
a
up like
billion
this.
dollar, I mean,
Man.
multi-billion-dollar company
Industry.
right now. You know what I'm saying? Off that one person dream,
Right.
and his family
at
took it to
Amazon.
the next
But
level.
you know what the thing is, man. I think we fear. We have a lot of fear because we've been brainwashed. We've been taught for so long that we are the minority or that we just ain't on the level as them. And the thing is, it's so easy.
It is.
It's so easy.
Yeah.
Bro, listen, all you got to do is find something that you like.
Exactly.
When you find something that you like and you know for a fact that you will get full enjoyment out of doing this and getting paid from it, you do your research, your due diligence. You do your, and that's the thing that pissed me off about us, bro. We get lazy. We don't want to do the necessary footwork. Right. We don't want to do the necessary shit to really get what we want out of what we like. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I talk to the youngsters a lot that be at the job, man, and it kind of like it's a hurtful thing to hear because it just be like when you ask them, well, what do you want to do? And they, man, I just don't know, man. Like I come
And you
in
get
here,
a lot of
man,
that.
And they got
Yeah.
talent.
You
Talent,
get
dog,
a lot of
That
that.
talent
Fuck,
and you
man,
manifest
listen,
it.
fuck all that. You got time.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You got time, and it's not like with me, for instance. I just hit 40. A lot of people think when a nigga hit 40, life is over or life is boring. No, my shit just beginning. Like this shit. So imagine being in your 20s, mid 20s, late 20s, early 30s. You got time. All you gotta do is do your due diligence. You can't get off work, go home, be lazy, watch TV, eat, drink, smoke. You gotta figure it out. I spent countless hours and still spend countless hours on the internet every day trying to figure out how to push my music better into different regions and the different demographics. I read, I do everything that's necessary, and this is how I stay winning with the music. You might not know because I don't spend a lot of my time in Detroit or waste a lot of my time in Detroit because I know here it's a lot of hate. We don't get the support that we supposed to get. You know what I'm saying? So I go elsewhere with it, and LA is my biggest market right now.
Yeah, well, I mean, you gotta take it, especially as I get closer to 40 myself.
Bro, you see this shit, bro?
Oh, this nigga do this shit every show, bro. Every
when I
show.
get there, you know what I'm saying?
How old are you again?
I'm gonna keep pushing, huh?
How old are you again?
I'm 36. I'll be there in a minute. I'll catch up.
You gonna hit that big phone? Oh, one day.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit that
One
big
day.
phone, baby.
But go ahead, go ahead.
But yeah, it's like, man, you gotta, you know, one thing that fell off. We got a lot of elders that stopped pushing the dream because they felt like a lot of young people weren't listening.
Yeah, they don't listen.
But you know, you got this generation, and I mean us, that generation. We pushing it and we telling them like, you know, look, dude, it's up to you. If you want to do, I can't force you to do
You
shit.
lead them to the water, but you can't.
But
make
I
them
can
drink.
give you
them
the
drink it
information, and I can show you. You know what I'm saying? What the outcome is, because I already been there.
Because you've been there.
Yep.
You know what
But
I'm saying?
that's the thing, and you know, a lot of the shit that happens, man, that I've dealt with and witnessed, especially with the youngsters that came up under me, man. You know, I was teaching them all the wrong shit in the beginning, but then once they seen my life change, it was like I took an L. I ain't got it like I used to have it, so they don't respect what I have to say. And it's just so fucked up and unfortunate that 30-40% of them little niggas is dead. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, damn, I tried to do what I could to give you the right path because I had to see it for myself.
So,
and I did all the head
it didn't
bumping.
cause you death.
Yeah, you know, I did all the head bumping and shit that I did enough of that for all of us. So just listen to what I gotta say.
I swear to you, that's exactly what I tell my son. I say, son, I fucked up enough
Yeah, man.
in order for you not to fuck up.
Yeah, man.
If you have any thought process that you think you want to do something, I'm not saying that I run your life, but bring it by me, and I'm going to tell you the right way to go about it.
Yeah, man.
Therefore, you don't have to deal with the trials and tribulations that I dealt with.
But you know what the difference is?
What?
You there.
Yeah.
And it's sad because it's so many of these young dudes out here that don't have their fathers, never had the luxury of knowing what who their father was. I know niggas that don't even know their dad's name. You know what I'm saying? So I pat myself on the back a lot because I look at what my son turned out to be. Now, my son is about to be 20 years old next Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? And he's just now having his first child. But before that, you know, my son didn't make the decisions that a lot of his dudes in his age range made. You know what I'm saying? So I'm proud of that. I'm proud to say that, you know, my kids can wake up and see me every day and know that if they go in the wrong direction, I can just pull them. Nah, this ain't what you do. This how you do it.
No matter how I do it, but I'm gonna always make sure I keep that rope.
Exactly.
You feel me? I love it.
Exactly.
I love it. But thanks to Big Gov for coming out.
Man, I appreciate that.
Thanks to Big Gov for coming out. Like I said, this is the end of the show. Like I said,
that's it, man. Damn, we need to go.
Hey, the viewers say they only want an hour. We done already passed an hour,
we
bro.
got to get. Hey, man, y'all got to take a little bit more of this in, man. Now this is the truth. I like this in.
All we gotta do is bring you back.
You can come back.
Man, I'll come.
I say all you gotta do is come back.
Hey, man.
Look, the month of March, we want to say it now. The month of March is Financial Understanding Month. So please make sure y'all tap in, because at the end of March, we got a big project. We want to pay somebody water bill. So make sure y'all tapping in.
Man, shit, man. Man.
Follow us everywhere. Facebook is Any and Everything Podcast by Two Kings. YouTube is Any and Everything Podcast by Two Kings. Instagram is Any and Everything Podcast. Any and Everything Podcast by Two Kings. So make sure y'all follow us, add us, pay attention to us. We love y'all. Hey, if y'all want to, shoot us some ideas. What y'all want to hear us talk about?
All right.
You niggas just now getting off the porch. I've been in the mix since 1994. 45 caliber extendo.
This is shit here.
That peeking through my window. I guess you niggas got the wrong info. Fucking with me, you better know what you in for. I will catch a nigga slipping, make his family think you missing. Have him kicking up that ransom for the kinfolk. Pull up on the block in the bad motherfucker, wearing all my ice. Won't fan nigga touch. I don't fuck with suckers when I see him locked up. They say the fans watch, still yelling out fucker. I only feed God, I ain't worried about nothing. From the cradle to the grave, motherfucker.